Round two opens on Heat Boss, which is a flat stage. Jose decided that a flat stage might be better for him to work on with Cutman. And immediately, Denie goes on a bit of a run here. Again, making good trades. He's trading 4 damage attacks for 2 damage attacks. He gets a nice lead. But again, he kind of stops using his specials. Like he's got opportunity to create all kinds of intersections here, and just kind of missing out, not shooting those shuriken. Yeah, you want to be careful with them because once they're out, you can't get them back very easily. But you can't not use them either. So we're seeing a lot of that where now he's kind of losing ground because Jose is avoiding his shots and he's not controlling the space. Um, Jose was able to clean up that stock using a lot of EP. Jose would probably regret some of the EP he used there, but at the same time, it worked out. So, there's a case where Jose likes to do kind of the raw dives. It works out for him a lot. He's good at reading people to get those dives off in places he wouldn't think would normally work. That was a nice shuriken up there to catch him jumping. But he's definitely not intersecting his shots as like he needs to. Danie also is really good at using slide invulnerability. So one advanced technique I didn't talk about earlier was slide invulnerability. And you'll see sometimes that when he's using the slides right when the needles get to him, he may get hit by the needle, but there's a few frames where you're invincible on the start of the slide, and he's using that very well to not take hits in some cases from those down angled needles. Playing on top of needle again is pretty effective. The thing you can't do is jump because of that needle hitbox. But again, that's where you want to stay kind of right to the side of him and use those melee attacks that Cutman has. Now he's managed to do really well avoiding shots until Needle's out of EP. Needle's out of EP, but he hasn't really taken advantage because look how much. Let's back that up. Look how much EP he's going to die with here. And all that could have been used for protective melee attacks in the air, all that kind of pieces here, and that was a rough way to die. He tried to throw out a few shuriken at the end, but again, they were kind of panic drops, realizing he has a lot of EP. Jose's been fighting with no EP, conversely, for quite a while here. He's been basically kiting out this EP. Um, got a little low. He uses the high jumps to avoid a lot of the blades, but he's been very low on EP and just kind of stewarding it very well here. Um, really, he went from being down by a half a stock, not getting hit for a long time. The whole time Denny's not using EP, Jose's hitting him back. Jose hasn't been hit at this point for 15 seconds. Um, Again, just not using those hitboxes with those EP he could have generated to kind of create some of those traps. So Jose's still fighting with this no EP. Still hasn't been hit. I think he has gone now a full 30 seconds. There he goes. He finally got hit without getting hit. Just a really amazing when his back was against the wall, like round two. He loses. He goes to losers if he's out. And he just goes on a huge stretch where he just says, "You're just not going to hit me now." Maybe the pressure, used to dealing with the pressure a little more. And he uses the throw to finish him off there. So really, when I watched this live, this was a masterful game by the champion, wherein you saw with about a stock and a half to go, Jose just turns it on, figures out, you know, how to evade, what he's doing, and then he gets kind of stuck in some habits, and his worst habit, which is not using his EP and trying to fight at range without EP. You can't fight at range without EP with Cutman, or the once somebody figures out how to avoid those cut blades, it's not going to work for you. And really turns it on and just kind of hard of a champion deal. Really impressive run by Jose to go that long without getting hit, and yeah, that was super exciting watching live. I loved that round.